Welcome. You are listening to The Pod, the best NFT podcast there will ever be. Let's start it.
All right, let's start it, guys. Good morning, good night, good evening, and good day, wherever you're from. It was a fun time. We had the first Alpha Tuesday, last Tuesday, and it was great. A lot of you shared a lot of good plays. Unfortunately, we've had the entire market kind of slowing down ever since our last Tuesday. But we had some of you found winners anyway. I'm going to post a tweet in 2 minutes announcing the winner of last week's Alpha Tuesday, the top caller of the week. I see him in here, so we'll see. I'm going to announce it. But just as last week, we're going to do this again. We're going to share plays we're looking at in the market. We're going to follow it up and see who's the top caller of the week. Maybe I should just announce last week's winner right now. I'm going to post it right now.
Wait.
Last week, sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, announcing it. Last week's winner is Sesti Tijan for calling Tokyo Saints at 0.9. I'm currently sitting at 0.23. It was up to 0.3 earlier. So that's what a 30. It wasn't nothing crazy last week, but congrats, Sesti.
Let's go. Thank you. I want to thank everyone here in this room, everyone who helped me get to this point. I really appreciate it.
Perfect. All right. So, same as last week, we're going to answer 2 questions. What is the project, and why do you think it's a good buy right now? We're making a little mix here in the beginning where we actually have the project who's going to tell us about it. But Sofo has put his face on it. So we'll see what the floor price is. We'll follow it up and see if Sofo is the top caller for next week. Awesome. Let's start it. Guys, take it away. Sofo doesn't need much of an introduction. He's our friend and dear community member. Let's listen to the project and try to focus on why you think it's a good buy right now, if you think so. Take it away, guys.
What's going on, everybody? I'm going to be traveling, but am I recording right now? Or is it like we're good?
No, you're good.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm here to represent Gorilla. We're looking to be a sustainable green chip in the Solana ecosystem. And we have, in my opinion, this is a long-term hold of mine. This is something I got into with the team initially as just like a holder, and now I'm a part of the team because I want to represent and be a part of the movement, and that is just to help is really just to help the vision of making Earth a better place, wellness, and those kind of developments. And there are some utilities that also come with this project. So I guess, where do I begin? Let's begin here. The wellness thing is partially all about mind, wellness, meditation, and being able to be healthy. We support, or rather we have a matcha brand. We try to develop things that are going to help people. So we have a matcha brand, and what we do with those funds when we make profits is we plant trees with them in Tulum, Mexico, specifically where this team is based. We also have an affiliate program. So you can sign up to our affiliate program and receive a percentage of sales that you make from our brand. We also encourage recycling. We have held recycling events in Tulum, Mexico, and in LA, thanks to NF-Treats, if anyone's familiar with him. And through our utility token, we are able to provide the community in Tulum, Mexico with jobs, I guess that's the best way to put it, like jobs, and help recycle and pick up plastics and things off the streets in the communities. And they are currently using this token as like I guess for now, the best way to say is like a barter system. And, you can, if places, I don't know if most people are familiar, but right now there's a lot of like gentrification going on, and they're trying to develop their places down there, hotels and whatever have you, the beaches, and they're not really hiring the people who live there. So the team of this project, they are helping people down there just have other ways of establishing their living and improve that. through recycling and helping out their own community and get paid in the Shelva token. As well as our Shelva token is also tied to a bit of the Ekumal resort down there. So you can get 50% off of your stay using our Shelva token. And if you have 5 or more gorillas, you receive a free night, from what I understand. You can also buy the matcha in Shelva too. There will be some more alpha going along with that. I see Tar here. He's one of the project owners. I just don't know if can go too far with how that Shelva token is going to tie to the real estate yet. Just throw me a thumbs up if I could tap a little further into that. So yeah, but that's generally all the basis of like the project. So everything we do is to help sustain more to the earth, whether it's planting trees or recycling, and we are looking into getting into recycling ventures to help that growth in general and eventually expand out of Tula, Mexico, to whether it's other countries or cities and stuff like that. We have a truck down there so that they can haul off more plastics, more recyclables. Okay, I saw you gave me the thumbs up. So I'm a little bit all over the place. The map is pretty good. So I just want to circle back to that real estate. So we have a tie to El Kumal. And like I said, you could get 50% off of your stay using the Shelva token. And the resort is quite nice. So if you pull up into our Discord and just go to their website, it is a beautiful, beautiful resort in the middle of the jungle. Like a total disconnect from the real world. Like I'm definitely gonna go sometime soon. I suggest just checking that out. But soon, using the Shelva token and the Gorilla PFPs, they're trying to they're trying to connect with that resort and like pretty much fully tokenize the real estate down there and tie it to Shelva. So that is the little bit of alpha that I wanted to drop. And I'm sure I'm missing a couple other things, but that is generally the process to make a sustainable thing for Earth and use Web3 and make that connection to create a movement and ultimately, help the planet be better and, spread knowledge and work together as a DAO to create that.
Perfect. Yeah, I've seen Six. What's his name? 66 something. We've been talking with him. He has I recognize the PFP now. Perfect. And I see the floor price is currently sitting at 2 for anyone wondering. That's what we're going to follow up. All right. I'm also going to ask Sofal about his conviction. But guys, without turning this into an actual AMA, let's have. Do you have any questions while we have the project future? Feel free.
I do have a question. Are you aware of the connection of your token with other projects? Because I'm pretty familiar with a project named Robot Factory Wars that used to be Robot Factory Works, and he said that we were going to be staking for your guys' token, which was just, I was like kind of out of left field. It surprised me.
Yeah, so I'm pretty familiar with that. So yeah, we have a couple of to have that staking so that it's that connection to be able to use the token and gain the token. I would believe that that would be coming through soon. We do already have our staking website, so
yeah, he's already swapping everyone out for our previous native token. He told us to just send it. We're getting one for every 10, one XLVA for every 10 native token that we have. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, the guy's definitely a hustler, so it doesn't surprise me that he was able to pull some strings. Are you guys doing that with a lot of other projects, or is that kind of a rare occasion?
We do have, from what I know, I think there is 1 or 2 other projects. I know we have a partnership with Astora, and they did a PFP collection for us. So that was kind of cool. Almost kind of like the way Infected Mob does, like an airdrop of their, their partnerships in a way. So we had one with Astora, or Historic. I have to see that. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but yeah. So they dropped us, and then it's I'm pretty sure it's a similar idea.
The DAO.
So
The store DAO, right?
Yes, that it is a store. So we made a partnership with them, and they airdropped us the holders. I believe you needed 4 of their collection and a gorilla to receive their airdrop. But yeah, so and that's on Magic Eden right now, and that's I'm pretty sure it's a similar type of partnership.
Right on. Thank you, man. Appreciate the info.
Interesting, guys. Maybe we should set up. We're having different shows all week. We're gonna have one talking more tokenomics and everything that goes into that as well. So I think maybe we should have you on a longer episode as well if you wanted to come and discuss more with us apart from just sharing the info.
I would definitely love to. Actually, too, Tarzan is a part owner. He's actually down below if you want to pull him up.
Have him up here.
Yeah, like we yeah, feel free to come up, Tarzan. But I want to ask Sofo, since this is the caller space, Sofo.
Yes, sir.
I guess you like this project. What's your conviction?
You know what,
in this project?
I'll be honest with you. I've been seeing this project around for the past 2 months, maybe I'll say, would be an understatement, but for some weeks now. And I don't know, bro. I actually like them. I mean, the community is strong. If it comes to rating, they're up there with anybody else. But more to the point, you're not going to hear a lot of all of that nonsense when devs do something or where people are a bit that are ready to just jump out of the project hastily. There's patience. Devs are working. They're secured a few other, I think, ventures outside of just this space where they've already, I think, purchased a truck to start off one of the ventures, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's in Mexico. Yeah, man, I personally like it. I remember them being around 10 floor price at one time, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, seeing where they are right now, it's practically a steal.
I do not disagree with that.
A steal. Let's go. Good, Sofo. Welcome to Tarzan as well. How are you doing?
Hey, I mean, the information is there.
Blueberry custard?
To read up on them.
Yeah, so let's set up a longer, like an official episode with you guys where we can talk some more in depth and not just floor price and overview. It would be great. Perfect.
I'm totally down.
Love it. So what do you say, guys? Do we have anyone? We can take another like 5 minutes or something, talk about this. If anyone has any more questions for these guys, otherwise we'll move on with the next call of the day, where we actually don't have the project here if they don't join us. But I got some calls I want to share as well. I know some of you guys got some calls as well. So guys, any questions?
Just Adam, quickly, whatever slot I had for my alpha calls, cancel them because Babylon Kings rocked.
Yeah. Please don't call wrong, guys.
But yeah,
did anybody see CNN rug their project?
What?
No.
What?
It might be on ETH. I don't know. Obviously, we're Solana, so like I don't see that project on here. But I think they had a project called Vault on I guess again Ethereum, and they put out a like an announcement saying that they're no longer going to be pretty much providing value to the community, but like pretty much I don't know. It was like just the funniest message I've ever seen. Like, we're no longer going to be providing anything to the community, but the community can live on. And like, I don't know, it was like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, wow, CNN just rugged the industry.
Is this the CNN quote unquote news channel?
Yeah. I
That's
literally,
wild.
I just retweeted a couple things like before or whatever. It was honestly, it was a good laugh. It was a good laugh to start the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that and read through. Yeah, appreciate that. I think Tarzan has something to say. Welcome, Tarzan.
Hello, thank you. What? I was listening to the CNN. That's crazy. But hello there. Hello from Tulum. Made it last week down here, and oh my God, if you can just see my most recent tweet, the IRL community that's pulling up over here, not only for the gorillas, like our efforts also are onboarding people into Solana. So we're very, very happy to be building like on this early stage of the crypto and the NFT space and the Solana. Like we all know, we basically in beta, still failing here and there, but I believe all of us here have something in common, that we believe in the technology. And well, the gorillas believe that this technology should be used to empower our home somehow. So we're very excited. There's some gorillas on discount, many conviction holders um, activating the revenue streams. We don't get the we don't got to be involved at all in the royalties drama. Well, at least me, and I talk for the project because we're not a huge volume project. So since day one, we've been focused on getting our own ventures going. Because we know there will be a point that we will find 3,000-4,000 individuals there that find their forever gorilla, just as me, just as Patron, just as Andres, and we would love to ask any questions whenever we having an AMA tomorrow. I'll be hosting that. I'll go through the vision and through the three ventures that are incubating down here. So thank you for having me on the pod. I'm Tarzan. I'm passionate on sustainability, and my mission in this world is to live it better than how I found it. So very nice to meet you all.
Love it. Welcome, Tarzan. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna slide into your DMs after this Alpha Tuesday, and we can talk and set up something where we discuss more in depth. Awesome, perfect, guys. Soulful, good call. Currently 2.08, so 4K supplies. You got a good market cap. Let's follow this. Awesome. All right, my friends. Let's with the next call. We're on limited time, so we're gonna move on with the next call of the day. I got a couple, but I want to ask you guys. I know Tony down there had some risky plays to share with us today. Mine is not so risky, but I want to share some as well. Maybe even you guys, really, if you have anything else you're looking at in the market that you think is a good buy right now, feel free to share it.
Okay. I cannot recall any good one. I've been too busy the past 2 weeks building offline. So you let me know.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Adam, I'll throw one out there. Bonku Labs.
Yeah, feel free. Okay, so
I think that one needs to get dissected.
All right. Bonku Labs. I'm gonna check the stats, but as always, Bonku Labs. Why do you think Bonku Labs is a good buy at
It would have been
1.35?
no. This is the thing. It would have been a better call if we had this space yesterday, if buts and maybes, where they were sitting on 0.3. But as you can see right now, they've had a major pump.
They have pumped indeed. I have taken some profit. I gotta admit that. But is there something especially soulful that you find attractive with this project?
It's always the art first, and then I'll look more into it. But with these ones, it was genuinely the art. And went into the Discord, had a few conversations with the team, and I've got a few things planned. And yeah, I personally think if they can execute that, it will go very well. But I'm still early days with this project.
Yes, indeed. I've been doing some reading on it as well before I bought. I didn't dive too deep because, as you said, the art is really good, in my opinion. So that's why I bought it for point something. But from what I saw, they're gonna make like something like Nuke guys did with a launchpad.
Yeah,
These various.
I remember you almost threw me off, Adam, when we were having the group chat, and you threw the map that they had there, and you said which is very similar to the dare I say it or dare I mention it, to the D gods. So if you take a look at the map, which I'm more than happy to put in the chat, most of the clues in terms of what they're looking to do is in there. So I mean, I can see a casino there. There's a lab there. So I mean, we might be looking towards something along royalty sharing or anything like that. But yeah, I think they'll reveal a lot more in weeks to come, or in days to come, should I say.
Perfect. Second call down for the night. Patron, did you have your hand up? Any other calls or any input on the Bonku Labs? Feel free. Mr.
I don't think
Patron.
he knows. Patron has got his hand up.
The whitelist is going out in 20 minutes. they're doing a subscription, like
for everyone else.
Cutting out a little bit, buddy.
I think he said he was driving, so connection.
still rugging.
Yeah, no, we just heard that, but still rugged. You're back.
All right, I'm back. All right, yeah. So Vula Labs is minting whitelist right now for another 25 minutes, and then public goes up in after that, and then but they're creating basically like a subscription network, kind of like Netflix, but like based off of your wallet, and they're going to be trying to make partnerships for like shows and entertainment, and essentially it relieves the the email, the credit card information, and stuff like that. You would just connect your wallet through to them. I think that is actually pretty dope for Web3. And the mint is like 0.1. It's free for whitelist, 0.1 for public, which again is in like 25 minutes. And my other one, I have major conviction on So Dead. Right now they have the moon tax going on, so I don't know if many people are buying or selling, but I do think there's going to be a dip after the next 24 hours. And then that could be a good buying point. But once staking is live and the hemoglobin token is going to start being accumulated by the stakers, I'm hella bullish. So if you have time, go through that white paper for So Dead. Essentially, Arson, the owner, is making like a layer 2 for Solana that's going to be like multi-chain. It's like so much to even speak upon and wrap your head around, but I highly suggest going through that white paper.
For
First
anyone
word.
who's interested for the Vula Labs, I've just put that up there. That's all I was just going to say. For the first project that Petra just mentioned, Vula Labs.
Shit, I didn't really fully understand. Patron, like what does Vula? Let's take it one by one. Vula Lab. Just give me the breakdown again. Like what this actually is, the subscription service.
So essentially, kind of like my interpretation of it was like kind of like like Netflix, and how they have movies and shows, and like they provide that platform for entertainment, but like in a Web3 fashion, where you would connect your wallet, I guess, to pay for the subscription. And at first, it's only going to be open to the holders, and then eventually it will open more global than that. But they're trying to make partnerships to.
I'm cutting out a little bit, but honestly, like anything minting for free or for 0.1,
essentially create something in that manner. That yeah. But I essentially it's more of the security aspect. Like when you're putting your data out there, your credit and stuff like that, out or hacked into, and essentially now the subscription would be just to connect your wallet, and so anybody could do it. Like they don't even have to know who you are to access the service. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. And I know the community is like super de-god-ridden, so don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this pumps up to at least like 1 or 2 SOL for a nice flip, personally.
Awesome. Anything minting for 0.1 or for 0.3 that's actually providing more than just art and actually building something useful for us is definitely interesting. So Vula Labs, this is minting in what, 22 minutes. Let's follow the mint. See, maybe someone in here is able to grab one. Awesome, thank you, patron. Then we had the soda. Fuck that. Oh, we had them on the pod. They were sitting at, I think it was between 2 and 3 soda. We had Arson telling us all of this on the pod, and I think many of us traded it. But those guys did good. But you still think it's a good buy, right? So interesting. So what did you talked a little bit about it, but what do you think is going to be the I guess short-term driver for Soda to pump even beyond this 30 Solana?
Can you hear me, or am I rugging?
We can hear you.
All right, yeah. For me, I don't know if necessarily it's a short-term thing. Right now is the purification stage and the burning stage. So the supply is burning right now as we speak for the next 24 hours. or rather, I guess at this point, like 12 hours. But and that could help. I actually see a dip after this because everything is set to 66.6% tax right now for like the sacrificial stage, and that'll be done at 4 a.m. Eastern time. From there, I do think it's going to dip. I think people are going to list. They're going to try to get their money off of the purifieds and those sacrifices, and I think that could be a good buying zone, depending on what you're looking for. But ultimately, in a long term, I don't know how long, per se, but the staking should go live soon after this purification stage. And the white paper on the hem token just
Is he Rogan or am I?
really bullish.
I was just waiting.
Just
Perfect.
the fact that Arson is trying to
Kind of. Perfect. It was a little bit hard to catch the last thing, but I see exactly what you mean. Once this tax is over, there should be a buying opportunity. There is no certainty in this fucking space, but good play. That's a really good one. Shit. All right, Pedro, do you hold the soda yourself? Maybe I should just stop asking questions if he's rugging. All right, guys. Anyone has any input on the soda that most of us faded? Anyone has any thoughts, any input, any questions for Patreon about this before we move on to the fifth play of the night? I guess not. All right. Anyone feeling honored to take on the fifth call of today? We had Grilly, we had Bonku Labs, we had Mula Labs, and we had Soden. I could share as well, but I want to ask you guys first. Anyone has a project they're looking at right now you want to share?
Did anybody buy any elevated dead gods? Pretty awesome art.
Yeah, I think some of us. I saw them going off in our group chat yesterday. I think some of us bought some. I mean, like we had them on the pod, so we got whitelisted there. I minted. I don't know about you other guys. Do you have any elevated degods?
No, I was looking at him. I was staring right at him at 0.5, and I just kept thinking they had some of them were like zoomed in, some of them were super far back, and yeah, I just didn't think they would run up like that. But yeah,
I forgot to cement my wallet. And then could have bought it at 0.3 with my whitelist. And
I
decided
think
to forget to cement my wallet.
This is mainly a workplay, right? We've been talking with Chris, the founder. He's actually a really, really good guy, and he's very into. He even taught us a lot of making art.
We're getting a bit of feedback. Bertrand, do you want to mute? Adam is probably mute him.
We're having a full-on rug space today. All the.
I think
McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I think we've got Sol down there with his fifth or sixth. Please, not Sol.
Right.
Lost,
my friend. Take it away. Share something here.
What's up, guys?
Can you guys hear me now?
So I missed out on the alpha calls last week. I wasn't in the space to hear them, but hopefully somebody called these easy out because they had a great week. I'm gonna listen to the replay maybe after we finish today and try to see if anybody called because I'm hearing a lot of stories that it was called somewhere, but fortunately, I didn't get that call. But I got 3 projects that I want to try to say that I think they might well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go high levels with these. I'm not gonna go into too much details because it's not 100% that I believe that they'll do well, but what they have in mind could potentially make them pop off. And it's not like 1 week or 2 weeks, probably a few weeks. So the first one is the DFWF. I don't know if you guys seen that one. It's a 10,000 collection that came out about a few weeks ago. They were hovering around 1 sol earlier this morning. So yesterday they made an announcement about 10 Lives venture. It's something like a Shark Tank venture capitalist, where project founders could apply to receive some revenue. Especially right now with the 0% royalties, having funds is going to be kind of tough on projects. Some of the projects might need to take out some either loans or get some investors on board on their projects. And so what they're doing is an easy, accessible forms that you can submit. Anybody can submit. You talk about your project, your roadmap, who's on the team, and if it's approved, then the project will give you the funds that you need to develop your project or continue on with your roadmap. And the profits from these investments will be the profits will be returned back to the community in the tokens. So you got to stake their tokens, and in exchange, you'll get paid through that token later on in the future. So I think it's a bit of a long-term play, but I like the idea. And like I said, especially right now, with projects might be losing their royalties, it might be a good play if we look at from that angle. And the other project that I'm bullish on right now is, obviously, I've been saying this for weeks, is Nikazuma. I think Nikazuma was saying about 1.5 to 2 sol, roughly around that. I don't check the floor price on that project. I have a lot in the founder. He's a very smart man, very friendly person that connects with everybody in the space. He has relationships with every major project on the Solana space. So yesterday he announced that there's some form of partnership or some form of collab. Not sure what the details are with the Vandal City. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out or what's the details in it, but it's a bit of a good news. Also, they're staking right now for Nikazuma. They're saying that they will be staking for the Rain token. I don't know if you guys know Rain token, but that's what they're going to be staking for on Nikazuma. So I'm kind of bullish on that one also. The other project that I'm bullish on is Ooze. It minted this week. It was a 1 sol mint. And right now, currently, the floor is set around 4 to 5 sol. They're building their own marketplace. They have a huge roadmap. They're connected to the Waves and friends. I think that project will do well once the reveal starts to happen. It might be a little bit of long hold too. So those 3 are my 3 calls. And if you can write those down, Adam, I'll come back to you when they're at the 10th floor sol, and we'll see where we go from here, man. I'm excited to hear what the rest got to say.
I love it, Lots. Thank you so much. All right, so we have a Don't Fuck With Felines at 1.1, making some type of incubator. Interesting. There is definitely a market for this. Nekazuma, 1.33. So they have a partnership coming up there with Vandals. And then Ooze. I can't spell the Ooze, but I'm going to have to try to find it. Future. Did you have a input, a alpha, anything?
Oh, yeah, I was going to, I just wanted to focus on one call that I guess I completely spaced last week because it was just pretty obvious. I guess everybody knew that I was bullish on it, but since it hadn't been recorded, Bad Cats just came out with their trait swap market. So everybody, you guys all know I've been crazy bullish on Bad Cats. It initiated on a D-Rug, which was just a derivative of a combination of Dead Cats or Dead Cats was the project. It was a combination of Dead Gods and Cats on Crack. So, it came out as a derivative initially, and that was the same team. That wasn't the original team. The original team rugged it. Luna Rivers was incredibly passionate about the community because they went super hard. Like The community rated crazy. I wasn't there when that all happened. I did catch the tail end of it where they said, you guys can burn any one of your dead cats for a free bad cat token. But yeah, basically these founders were so passionate about the community and about where they could go with all of the energy that they saw from the community. And there is a lot more of a backstory to that, but that was, the majority of it was just this community went super hard and still do. So they made it up to a lot of people that got rugged by letting them hold on to the same NFT that rugged them, and it was actually a free mint token. So if you were there early enough, you were able to, some of them were selling for 0.7, 0.5. I'm sure it dumped way down. We can go back. I'm pretty sure the project's still on the market. Go back to the dead cat graph chart, or see how low it really did get, because I wouldn't be surprised if it went down to 0.1. But yeah, so I actually burned one for a token, so I was able to do a free mint token, and then of course I minted a few others, and then picked some more up on secondary because I'm just easy bullish on these guys. Lunar is like the biggest hype man I've ever run into, and the guy is like, he's so deep into like motivational speaking or that vibe that people just started telling him, you got to have some motivational words of the day. So this man has started to leak out some motivational speeches for the day. And so I think it's awesome because he really does inspire me, just getting in a space with him and hearing how passionate he is. So their whole trait swap is kind of the front runner. I know they are saying that there's a lot more to come, and I do believe that they have the capability of doing a whole lot more because they've been around the space for so long. They've seen what works, what doesn't work. It's basically the experience. I have full faith that their experience is top of the line, where they've taken their notes. And then when you have Hellboy, who's the other founder, he's kind of the brains of the operation. We actually had him in for the AMA. So that was just recently. So you could probably catch that recording somewhere just below this one here after listening to this, if you didn't hear the Bad Cat AMA. But yeah, the community goes crazy hard. Their rating is on point. But yeah, their rep token has already almost doubled in price. So I actually picked up a couple hundred for, I think 100 cost me 0.12 and 0.14. And now it's over 0.2 for 100. I think it's like 0.23 or 0.24. So their rep token is their staking token, and they seem very driven to create value for that token. They're talking about how it's not going to be just a part of the trait swapping mechanism. And the cool thing is you stake for those. They've already done their first drop, and it's been right around 4 weeks. So if you go on like Coral Cube, it tells you the mint day or mint time. That says 4 weeks today. They've already released their trait swapping. They've released their token. Staking was live, I believe, the day of mint. And then they also have something somewhat innovative. I know it's probably been done in other ways, but they're doing a PFP staking as well. So yeah, they have a lot going on, and they're just talking about how this is phase one, and there's a lot more to come. And yeah, I have full faith in them. Actually, I am still saving to get more. But yeah, Bad Cats is one I could be very confident in. I guess I just kind of spaced it last week because for me it's just a given because it's kind of, but I guess as time goes on, it starts to, creep back into the shadows, and some people start forgetting about them. So I guess this is a better time to bring it up than last week. But yeah, they have some pretty cool stuff. They also did a trait drop tokens for those who had rare traits from the previous collection. So things like that, where they're paying attention to the details. When you burned your token, they mentioned that if you have like the acid skin or the mullet or the curly hair, a couple other of the more rare traits, that it would actually come into play and you got a free trait. And so for me, it was just immediate soul. They're going for like 3 or 5 soul for some of the rare ones. So I actually listed my trait, but it's an OG trait. I may have made that mistake, but yeah. So they're taking care of the OG holders, but as well as bringing a lot of value to that rep token. and we'll see what they have to release. They're actually down at Degen NFT as we speak. They said they'll be repping the Bad Cats down there pretty hard. So those guys are doing everything they can for this project, and they really are going above and beyond. So
Perfect. Thank you, Future. Yeah. BBD Cat, I checked the floor price is 4.7. And for anyone who want to dive deeper into that one, we have the AMA, as Future said. I think we had like 400 plays on that recording of that AMA, so there's definitely interest in
awesome.
that project.
Hey,
Yeah, and
Future, is that, are you telling me, is that a buy or I don't know?
Well, it was. I mean, I could have said that the 4 flat. It was down. Some listings went to 3.9 just recently. So I was thinking to myself, it was a buy because when it dipped from about 5.7. I think their all-time high was high 8s. It may have even gotten pretty close to 9. So it was around 8 something. It dipped down to about 6.
But am I buying now? Like, am I buying it now? What's a good entry price?
Future? Right now, there's been a small pump because of the rep token and all that stuff. So I say anything that's like, if you can even throw some bids out, because buying isn't crazy fast. If you threw some bids out at like 4.3, 4.3, I think anything under 4.4, 4.5 is a decent buy for sure. I think that's a lower entry for most people because it was floating around 5 for a long time. So that's where a lot of others' entry was, which means, you're going to have a lot of people that don't want to sell below 5. So, I don't see it being too bad of a buy at these prices. And I wish you can't do bids on a Coral Cube, or can you? I don't think I've seen a bid button on Coral Cube, but I always assume that's where you're going to find the lower prices. Their whole purpose of the 10% royalty is because there's a lot of different traits from other sub-DAOs from other communities and projects, and they actually share some of the portions of the, which I don't even know if we touched in that AMA, but they do share a percentage of those royalties with the sub-DAO community. So, like for instance, the Dino Head, if a Dino Head sells for 10 Sol, which, most of the traits are actually going for a decent amount above floor. If a Dino Head sells for 10 Sol, and it's a 10% royalty, 1 Sol is going over to the community, Bad Cat's wallet, but then they're going to take a portion of that out. I haven't heard exactly what the percentage is, but say it'd be like 3%, so they get their 7%, because that's around where we see a pretty average royalty price for now. But so they would get like a 0.3 per sale on each one of those traits. So I always thought that was really cool that they've they basically from the start of their launch on Bad Cats have been helping a ton of other communities just by helping fund some of these more popular sub DAOs from Jelly Esports and all these other, there's a bunch of different sub DAOs that are actually getting some kind of funds just because they partnered up with Bad Cats. So I think it's really cool that they're helping the ecosystem.
That's how they got all their collabs. They didn't tell us this. All right, perfect. We're gonna move on with the next player. We've been talking a lot of cats here. Tony, do you have any plays you want to share with us?
Bro, that was a play, man. This MF was chilling his shit. He thought we were on the train journey together, bro. No, we're not. He was like, "Oh, are you sitting next to me on this train?" Well, let me tell you about NFTs. God damn, this is a 2-hour train journey.
But we're gonna follow it, so we'll see. It's on paper.
Let me tell you something,
okay?
okay?
Yeah,
it doesn't always have to be NFTs. Last week I gave a different, just a play, like the analyzer thing. That is what I want to start with. I want to give some plays, like some things that I look at and some things that I like to look into. So, what makes me become ultra bullish on a degen play? Like, when do I switch from I think this is okay to like, oh my god, I'm going all in, blah blah blah, I'm super hyped, I'm gonna pump it? It's actually a very simple thing that I check. What I usually check, what I look for, it's a very, very simple thing. If you want to use it, I don't stick to it too much because sometimes I know there's people who are playing a different game. I don't stick to it myself. If I did, I think I'd do much better. But what you do is you go to a collection, Degen Mint, and you find out whether that collection has a normal Twitter account attached to it, like a normal founder. Like the guy who's actually founded the project has their own Twitter, and the project has got their own Twitter. If you can make that link and then you look who the guy is when they made their Twitter account, and if it's a real Twitter account, that might give you some conviction that, hey, this guy is not going anywhere. This project is not going anywhere. I'm happy to take a position on this, especially if you see that the guy is consistent or they have a consistent way of approaching things and they're very passionate or whatever in their communication on Twitter. Just have a look through what the founders say. If the Twitter doesn't have a founders account attached to it, it doesn't mean they're bad. It just means maybe they went for the degen route, but then you got to ask all those why degen. So that's one thing I think you guys, if you're out there degening, try and look into that aspect. Is there a founder attached to this account? That's the first one today.
That's really good advice, Tony, and I agree with you 100%. That is something I don't check too often either, but great stuff. So that's more of advice, but perfect, Tony. Do you have any plays as well for us? Something crazy?
Oh yeah. So for plays, and it's a bit of a long-winded one. It's not that quick. I'm going to tell you now for free. Flamboyant Panthers. I have been lucky enough to get into the Kings chat in Flamboyant Panthers, and there is a few dedicated holders, but that's not what's really exciting. Flamboyant Panthers, I'll give you guys a quick download. These guys tried to do a mint. They got botted the hell out, and the account that's botted them is nearly out of Panthers to sell. As in, they keep dropping 10 Panthers every time somebody sweeps it up to like 0.35. They just keep selling more of these Panthers in groups of 10. And they're nearly finished with that sell-off, essentially. There is also some bullish aspects.
Do you know how many they have left?
I'm gonna have to check the numbers later on. But I know that they're in the last hundreds or 200s. They've not got loads left.
It's no worries.
Pretty hard.
We can check it.
So that's what's kind of suppressing the flow. So yeah, he's got 148 left. That's what's been suppressing the flow. This individual's been just dumping them consistently. And what makes me even more excited is the team hasn't stopped working. They came out with a partnership with Schwab's. It's not just like they bought a lot of Schwab's and they put a picture up on Schwab's. They tweeted the collab with Schwab's, and then Schwab's co-tweeted that or subtweeted what they tweeted, which is quite interesting. We've not seen it that an actual Web2 brand, established brand. You can go into any local shop right now and pick it up a Schwab's off the shop floor right now, and they've just got that collab with them, and this account has tweeted them. What that tells me about the team is dedicated, because which other projects gets their mint botted and then goes out and tries to get a partnership with Schwab's? I like when I see stuff like that. It interests me, and it shows me that the team is not here for 5 minutes. They do actually believe in what they said they were going to do. So that's why I'm in. I got in at 0.26. I think any entry at 0.26 is quite cool. Watch out for the infected Panthers, the infected crown. It's around 0.7, 0.1, 0.7 or 1 so. But that infected Panther gets you into the Kings chat, and it also allows you to be in the top 8. There's only 83 of them out of the whole collection, so it's quite a nice item to hold on to for just 2x the floor price. So value is good.
I'm gonna check what type of trait is that? Is that the skin?
If you go on the crowns, and just type in check for infected crown.
Infected crown here. There's 9 of it. Sitting at 0.7. All right, nice. Yeah, cool art. Obviously holding up good. A cheaper play. I like that. 10K collection, so there's obviously a big community. Nice. Have you taken your own advice on this and checked if the founder is any public guy?
Yeah, so the founders are open. They're in the Discord. I can feel that they're deflated because they felt that this project was going to be way better than it turned out to be. And that's simply because a bot hit the mint, and they came at a time where the Panther meta was kind of exhausted. But of all the other Panther projects, I can't see any of the others delivering anything quite as close to what these guys have already delivered. And the other guys minted for full price on Magic Eden, for like all time, local top for Solana anyway, $40, $45 Solana. and they've still just dragged their feet. There's no merch, there's nothing. But these guys have already got a shipment planned through this collab with Schraps. So I think we're gonna get like some gift boxes with a few things there. They're working, they're trying to get something together. They are just trying to build a brand. So it's gonna take them a bit of time, maybe, but we're mainly just being held hostage by this this bot who's just slowly releasing. I think Slime Goon suffered from the same thing. How do you escape somebody who's bought nearly 30-40% of your collection?
Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in. Is this guy up, or what was the mint price? I remember the mint. I think it was like 0.1 or something.
The Panthers, I think it was 1 SOL. I could be mistaken. I think it was 1 SOL.
No. We can check this. Either way, so this, if that was the case, this border is down very bad. I can't find it, dude. But interesting. I have some as well. You told me about it, and I'm not trading you after the price was 0.15, so this bottom is up good for public, and he must have got it for public, so 0.15. He made some bags.
Adam, public mint was 0.15?
Yeah.
Oh.
This looks like AI art.
Yeah, I remember that. And I think they didn't reveal when they first minted, right?
Yeah, like 24 hours or something. Awesome, Tony. Tony's first real call of the day. They are sitting at 0.28 right now. Let's follow this.
Like, you see, when you said like this looks like real art. Like, I want to remind you guys, like, sometimes art or what people like changes very quickly, and sometimes it's good to be exposed to different elements of the market. Like, if I'd sat here in July and told you that people would be paying 15 ETH for a goblin sketch, nobody would believe that. And we went through like 2 months of people just launching projects that were just creepy little creatures, goblins, orcs, all that kind of stuff. Like, so public perception changes, or consumer perception changes very quickly. So like, it's not something that you say, oh, that's not on right now, because if we do get an AI push, then every collection with AI pushing is going to be quite interesting. They have a 10K collection of AI art with a use case.
Is your PFP AI? I like your PFP. Tony?
No, this is it's not AI. I do want to Adam, I would say I would really enjoy, because like when I go to like the banks and stuff, and when I go to hospitals, I often know the qualification of the person who's dealing with me. I think it would be a really fun experience, just for the listeners who might not be here live. For you, like on Spotify, those guys are just listening. I feel sorry for them. They're just literally listening. For you to just be like, oh, okay, what the heck have you got? Because I'll tell them that I've got an Easy Elf, and I'm giving you trading advice, but I got my Easy Elf for 0.04 average price, and I've lost track of what the floor price is now. But it's not AI art.
I can help you with that. It's currently sitting on just above 6.5, but they've done so well. They've been fluctuating between 7 and 8 today, and you hit that one off the park once again. Congrats.
Dude, I can't believe no one called ECL last week. That's crazy. That would have been.
It wasn't in the scope.
I have a video on my timeline of me posting what the view in the capsule looks like. And it was a POV view of the capsule. And I think you guys watched it, and some negative comments were put there by mainly Lost Soul, who was in there asking questions like, are you getting paid? Which were actually quite funny.
I was there, Tony. I was actually trying to take a closer look. No. If you remember correctly, I was actually telling them to take a closer look at the white paper, And there might be some hints there that this will do well. But yeah.
And we're also wondering if you were the founder or something, because the art, the art.
I'm struggling because of your American accent feature. Did you say, are you wondering whether I found it or not?
No, we're
Yeah,
bullish on the art. We're bullish on the art, Tony. Like I said before, I was interested if it was AI or not, but it looks really nice from here, man. And I like that bucket hat that you got, man. Maybe we can have a logo on it, one day. But no, man, that was a great project right there, bro. It's amazing.
I'm gonna put the pod alpha color on your bucket hat, Tony, and send it to you. Perfect.
And if you remember correctly, this is how it all started, Adam. Last week, we just started funding Tony, started talking crap about the elves, the floor prices, whilst Tony and which I have to take my hat off, Victoria was sitting here sniping away. I was thinking, what are these two doing? Lo and behold, a week later, the thing's sitting on 7-8 floor price. So yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Jack, unfortunately, you just missed out on the throne for a week. Zesty took it right from you.
Zesty took it.
Zesty took it.
What was Zesty's call?
Tokyo Saints. You had the lead like the entire week, but then Tokyo Saints just took over in the last few days here.
What's the floor price for those ones? What are their floor price now?
2 points.
Yeah, you're right. But the floor price for I don't know which one you meant. Geckos.
Yo, go ahead.
Geckos were called
on the absolute number. I win, hands down. Nobody
Guys.
Percentage, dude.
Hey, I just wanted, since this is alpha, Buddy called this earlier, right? That Vula Society, that's the Vula Labs. It minted at 0.1. It minted all the way out almost instantly. I'm pretty sure a bot hit it, but it was instant minted out, right? So there's a lot of hype behind this one. It did, like I said, mint at 0.1, and it's running up. It's like almost 0.3 now. So while it's still a decent entry, I don't know, DYOR, but yeah, it's fine.
Vula Labs, you said.
This patron is definitely, he's not with us anymore, but he is definitely in the lead. He's already taken the lead, guys. He's up 200.
Is it Vula Society?
Yes, sir. That's it. But it's flying right now. I don't know why.
It's flying. It's 0.2.
Yeah, it minted at 0.1. Hold on, let me refresh my shit, Jack.
I would also like to say that if I'd like to congratulate Tony on the call he did make on the elves. Although this is once again the one case where the floor price does not really make the art look any better. He should have called it last week on the Alpha Tuesday if he felt that much conviction. I think this was one of those hopeful or wishful thinking, and it hit big. Congratulations, sir.
By the way, just for clarity, go ahead. Just for clarity, yeah, I bought 6 of them over 0.1, so I'm in 6 deep. Let's do it. Fuck it.
All right, my friends. Let's take some more. Do we have any more calls? I haven't shared them yet. I want to say one, but this is a competition. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. Let's get to 13.
Can I make a call?
Yes, Jack. Feel free.
So this is going to be very different to usual thing. I would say my call is Anthros. It's sitting at 0.60 at this point. It minted 5 days ago. It took a long time to review. The art is similar to all so dead stupid that we see. Art is not that great, but I think when it starts to run up, this thing will be hot knife through butter, baby.
All right. I actually called this last week for 2 Sol. So Jack is making a recall. My call that went horrible for 0.6 now. Do you have any, Jack, if you were to go buy right now, is there anything, what's the main thing that you think is going to make this?
So there are 2 things. First of all, the team seems proficient with the words that they have chosen to describe what they're trying to do. It's a flip. It's not a long-term hold. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in this for a long term, then please tread carefully. At this point, there are only 2 things for me. I don't care about the art. Absolutely. Don't care about the art. For me, Slime Goons, Easy Elves, this art, and even Hellboys, all at the same level. Shit as fuck. Don't go. However, some of the words that they have chosen to describe in the description clearly show that these guys know what they're talking about. As far as operations are concerned, they use working capital, that means the guys are accountants and stuff, and the names that they have written, some of the brand names that the teams have worked with. You buy into that. And some of the influencers that are part of their advisors are pretty good influencers. Let's just put it that way. So on that basis alone, I think just looking at the price movement, when they start to tweet about this, which hopefully they should, because they're advisors, they should run up to something good. That's it. Nothing else. I haven't looked at anything.
I love it. I love it. It sounds like I listened to them in an AMA. I didn't fully grasp it, but it sounds like they are trying to make some type of story, bigger type of storytelling. So there's going to be games, there's going to be books, there's going to be various, but they surely looks and talks skilled. I agree with you, Jack. Perfect. All right, so I'm sitting at 0.57 right now. It's going to be tracked, and people are going to be held accountable.
So if we were to calculate based on last speaker on the absolute dollar amount, I win hands down.
Yes.
Thank you. So
What was your
just
call,
wanted to
Jack?
clarify.
What was your
Just
call?
wanted to gecko, baby.
Oh, yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense, because then you would have to, if you transfer the same dollar amount and invest it in the same project as Zesty, he would still win as well.
Yeah, I was just Zesty win, absolutely, on a logical thing. Tony, absolutely right. But I just wanted to understand that, okay, on the dollar amount, I win.
Yes, yes.
I win, baby.
If we were to change the rules, Jack would have won. I agree. But unfortunately, we don't.
I'd like to go ahead on record and make the same call again this week.
Whoa.
I'm going to say that we're going to be sitting closer to a 2 Sol, if not higher.
Bullish.
All right,
Bullish.
let's see the FP on this bad boy.
Sneak peeks coming out, baby, on that art.
Tokyo Saints currently
New
sitting
art.
at 1.2.
Tokyo Saints / High Rise Saints. Rebranding coming. New art coming. One of one's coming. Let's go, baby.
All right. So same question to you, Zesty. Why do you think Tokyo Saints at 1.2 is a good buy?
We have so based on the art is being updated. We have word of who is going to be working on the new art. I'm bullish on that. I'm already digging art that this artist has reworked for another project. Looks good. The concept behind the art rework, I'm really digging. They're going with it's going to be a blend of steampunk, some of the original High Rise Saints traits in there. And there's one more trait I'm going to be working with. I'm sorry, I cannot remember what it is, but that made me bullish. Sneak peeks are coming. One of ones are coming for certain DAOs and certain holders of some of these original Saints. If you're holding a specific trait, like what they're calling the Japanese jacket, one being the Napoleon jacket. They also have a competition between certain DAOs within the community to see. They're going to pick 4 different DAOs. I forget the number of holders they're going to pick, but from those DAOs, it's going to be a total of 4. Each DAO is based on a specific trait. They will also get their one of ones. They have that analytical tool coming soon. On top of that, they have way more in the works. Sadly, I don't remember all of it. You've got a strong community behind them, a community that starts their own spaces randomly, very reminiscent of what the elves are now doing. The Saints have been doing. Benji, one of the founders or co-founder, is in spaces daily. He's incredibly active in the community, has a lot of connections or relationships built throughout with many huge projects. He's setting up all kinds of tournaments for what is it? What's that game y'all playing now?
Fortnite.
Fortnite. There
Foresight.
you go.
Fortnite. But Zesty, I
Fortnite.
got one question. Are you holding
Yes,
these
sir.
things?
I
Tokyo
am.
Saints?
I am a holder. So please, NFA DYOR. I am a holder. I'm holding like 6 or 7 right now. I will be getting a 1 of 1 as well based on a specific trait that I have. A few of us in here are already holders. I just love the way the guys moving and what they're doing, and I think they can go up. Whether it's a flip or a hold, whatever you want to do, I still feel like they're going to go up, and you might be able to make some money on it.
Perfect. 1.2 is the bottom, baby. You heard it here first.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
I have 2 things I want to share, which is not so much alpha. It's a little bit, yeah, it's alpha. But I don't know how much longer we're going to run. I know Jack have an AMA coming up soon, so I'm going to be in there in 35 minutes. But we have time to share some more, hopefully. I think Tony has some more as well. But I want to share 2 things first. Simple Labs is an upcoming collection. There isn't so much information yet. It's a little bit mysterious, but it's super hyped. And there is already a few stamps of approval. First off, they have the motto. Let's start with what they are saying they're going to do. Providing everything an aspiring founder and builder needs to succeed, all in one place. To make complex tasks simple. So it's all buzzwords so far. But then we can go and check the team. I actually took a screenshot of this. They have 19 people working on this. 2 backend developers, 2 full stack developer, 2 ML and AI developers, UI designer, product managers, community builders, all of this different stuff. 19 people. So somewhat serious. And then also they have already landed 2 partnerships. So they have convinced Blocksmith, which is not just a wallet collection, more like sometime they're going to build something together from what I understood with Blocksmith and this Elixir as well. And the thing is, why I wanted to share this is because they are thinking a little bit different. They're doing it different. For example, if you want to go get the whitelist, all you have to do is go fill a form. They ask for the Discord ID and they ask, what is the biggest problem you see in this space and how can we solve it? So it's already like you can tell that this thing is going to do something. So go fill that form. And the second thing I wanted to share is the Metaplex token. I guess most of you already know about this. Victoria shared it with me this morning. But either way, if you have in any way, shape, or form interacted with a candy machine, you probably interacted with Metaplex. So basically, you can go on their site. The site is claim.metaplex.com, and you can get their token for free. I woke up with 5 more Solana in my wallet this morning, just from degenning. So go and check that. I read a little bit about the eligibility, but if you're a degen, you're gonna have some tokens to claim there. So go do it. All right, let's take another play. Tony, are you ready? I guess not. I'm going to share 2 things. This is more like, let's make a call. Primates. First I've been buying because the listings have been dropping super hard with art upgrade thing. So this is basically just because the listings drop, I'm buying them. Second thing, Ghost Kid. They're dropping their roadmap 3.0 in, we don't know the timing, but very soon. And it's just based on, because we know what happened when they dropped their roadmap 2.0, they popped like crazy. So that could be a play. 2 possible plays. All right, guys, do you have any plays for me?
What's up?
Do you have any plays for me?
Oh, okay. I may have one.
No, but you gotta. If you're calling it, you're calling it, buddy.
Yes, I know.
All right, let's go.
I'm calling this one. This is a project that minted like half a year ago, actually. It's called Floppy Labs. I don't know if you remember it. Floppy Labs.
Floppy Labs. I do not remember. Is this Solana?
Yes, it's Solana.
Floppy Labs. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah.
So they had a small mint. They minted, I don't know, like 300, 400, something like that. And they have this staking platform as a service where you, as a project, come and in 10 minutes and set up everything. You're staking for your project, tokens, whatever, right? And they give rev share to holders weekly, right? So this project went all the way up to like 50 or 50 Solana per NFT. So it went high. Right now they are doing the second part of their mint. Like it's the same collection. They just paused it for a while and they are finishing. They were gonna mint initially up to 2,800. Obviously that was gonna dilute, right? The rev share. They cut that number in half. So it's only gonna be 1,440, the total supply. And they have only minted like 800, right? And why is that? Because the mint is quite expensive. It's around 5 Solana. I think the first one was 2 Solana, 1 or 2 Solanas. Right now they are at 5 Solana. So floor price is right now at almost at mint price. What I like here is that they've been working since April, May. They have projects staking and they are using the platform, so they are having rev share right now. Obviously, because of market conditions, the rev share is not as good right now as it was in July, August. It depends on who is using the platform at the end of the day. Nonetheless, they have been giving rev share every single week, right? They have 3 tiers in the NFTs. Tier 3 is the base one. Tier 2 has a multiplier on rev share, and Tier 1 has a 3.5 multiplier, I think. So depending on the NFT that you have, you go stake it, you get their token, and as long as it's staked, you get the weekly rev share. I'm guessing because they say that if people do not mint, they will just stop the minting process and they will mint the rest of the supply. So once that happens, people who got in, and whatever they do will be shared among those holders. And when we didn't have mint, the price was around 15 to 20 Solana per piece. So that's nice if you want to sell it. If you want to hold it, depending on the airdrops, is the expected time, maybe, I don't know, 20 weeks, 50 weeks. It depends, right? But it's a rev share project that has hold price. I like that. And they are developing also their raffle system as a service and other stuff over there. What I like is the low supply, that it has hold the price, and it's minting right now. So you might want to gamble and try to mint that tier 1, right? But if not, I think these ones, as soon as they close mint, are gonna go back up. At least maybe I don't know, right? But above the 5 Solana that it's the floor price right now, and that will probably happen. There's no confirmation yet, but may happen this week or the next one.
Awesome. Floppy Labs at 5. I'm wondering how they're gonna divide it. Like, the first thing I think about is if they had a 300 supply, they're increasing the supply. What happens to the rev share? I feel like there's going to be a lot of holders that's getting less money than they used to.
They try to give holders the option to mint, like, okay, with the new supply, we're giving you the option with whitelist and whatever to mint. so you end up with the same amount, but at the end of the day, you have to invest, right? So it's being diluted. That's for sure. But the intended supply was always gonna be at the very end 2,800. They decided that now it's gonna be just the half of that, right? So yeah, we'll see. But that one, it's a solid one long term.
Floppy Labs at 5 Sol. Let's see. It's written down. Interesting. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna wrap this up shortly, but take me some potato. How are you doing?
Hello, hi everyone. I think we're talking about like things to buy, and I think everyone should buy a potato. And I don't want to shill for long, but you should all buy potatoes. We're building a worldwide kawaii brand, and yeah, it's a really cute thing and ought to keep in your wallet. And we're really good friends, and you can prep us on your PFP. And we also have these cute honoraries we make that lets you represent more than one PFP at once. You can check us out and check out our roadmap, but it doesn't really say much about what we're gonna do. But we're building a lot of cool things, and I think it's worth it to buy potato.
I love it. Thank you so much. Yes, I would put my face on this. Everyone should buy a potato. There cannot be enough potato friends in our life. I know a lot of us has potatoes. I love potatoes, and we also have our dear friend Cred working with you as well. So excited for potatoes. We're gonna follow this as well. Potatoes. What's the floor price? 0.37. Let's see. Thank you so much, guys. Do we have any last calls before we wrap this up? Let's take one more. If not, I have one. Fuck. Am I gonna share this? I wanted to share this one for guys. Don't leave me like this. I wanted to save this one for next week. Let's see if Tony got one. If Tony doesn't have any, I'm gonna share the last one for the night because this one.
What happens if you don't share it now and then that price starts to pick up by next week, and it's 7x?
It doesn't. It's gonna sit on the exact same price next week. But I think buyers are gonna be heavily rewarded. Tony, do you have any call for the night? He's just farming me. Right now. Tony.
I'm having some headphone problems. 1 minute, let me fix it.
No worries. Yeah, guys, this has been great. We've had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 calls. That's almost more than last week. I think we had 13 last week. I can give a quick rundown. We had Gorilla, which is Soulful vouched for. Then we had Bonker Labs, Bula Labs, already up like 5 times. Then we had Soded. Then we had Don't Fuck with Felines, making some type of hater. I'm going to read in on this because this is very interesting for 1.1 Soul. Nekosuma 1.33, having their partnership with Vandal City coming up. Ooze for 4.47. BBD Cats for 4.5. Flamboyant Panthers, Tony's Baby for 0.28. Antros, Jack's Baby for 0.57. Tokyo Saints from Sesti for 1.2. And lastly, Potato Friends, 0.37. So those are the plays of the week. We're going to follow this closely. We're going to see who is going to take the throne from the top caller of the week, Sesti Degen. But
yeah, Adam, are you gonna set a tweet out with everybody's tagged on there, so at least you can see this live?
I will.
You know, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that. Oh, I called that last week.
So. There's no more. You cannot say you called anything anymore because everything is tracked. So if you did a cold call, we'll see it.
But there's one specific person that I'm following or tracking right now. So
if it wasn't called on the Pod's Alpha Tuesday, there was no call. That's the rule from now on. Let's see. We're gonna follow this. Tony, are you back? I guess not. All right, my friends. I'm saving mine for next week. All I can say is we talked yesterday about Web 2 onboarding. You guys are onboarding people you didn't even know all day, every day. Maybe we have had them on the pod. And the founder is called David. Perfect. Let's wrap this up. This has been great. Let's see. Let's follow this. I'm gonna make, as I said, from last week, we're gonna have the thread with all the calls. Maybe if I have the time, I'll do some snippets in there. And let's follow this. Who's gonna take the throne from Sesti? Or Sesti's gonna keep it. Imagine, Sesti, I think you made one call, which was Tokyo Saints. Imagine you just win it again with the same call.
Yes. 2 projects I will forever be bullish on. All right, Saints, and then you already know, Jack. You already know, baby.
ZB, baby. CB.
Go get you some.
Say less.
Pack those bags.
Perfect, guys. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. In 18 minutes, we're joining, or I'm joining. You guys can do whatever, but I encourage everyone to join the Shamebreakers AMA in Discord, and we'll ask Jack some questions. What's happening? Learn everything. Thanks for listening, and thank you if anyone is listening to this in present time. Yeah, I think that's the word. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you know what to buy. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Jack at Hyperlaunch, who's building a permissionless launchpad where you can launch your NFT collection without writing a single line of code. And you get the most beautiful minting page you'll ever get, and one that your holders for your future collections. So that's it. Thanks again, everyone. What outro do you want today? I'm gonna make I know what outro you want, Tony. You don't have to tell me. I'm gonna play it for you. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Tomorrow we're gonna have. What's coming tomorrow? Let me check real quick. I should know this. Tall Stupid Horse, yes. Tomorrow we're having Burden and Amy Street from Tall Stupid Horse joining us. We're going to talk some horses and try to keep it. We always go crazy when we talk to these guys. We're going to try to keep it clean and learn something about these Tall Stupid Horses, why all these guys are so bullish on it. So excited for that. All right, perfect, guys. Until next time, peace.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, wrong song. This is DK song.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never took the hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world's train. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? It's the Raw G, Brucey B, King and Free. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Start Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.